This is my review of Hotel Artemis. I watched this movie in the movie theaters yesterday. And the movie opens up with, in the future, with bunch of guys robbing a bank, and they get shot during the riot from the cops. And they go to Hotel Artemis, when we meet our main character of the movie. What's her name? Who she played by? Jodie Foster. What was her name? Anyway, Jodie Foster plays a nurse, right? Is that what she was just called, nurse? Yeah. When played by Jodie Foster, Jodie Foster plays a nurse. I don't think they ever said the actual nurse's name, right? Yeah, they did. They did say the actual nurse's name. I just can't remember. Anyway, so the nurse gets a call from the guys that got shot, and she says, "Yep, we have one room available for these two black guys, him and his brother, for them." Anyway, he takes his brother that got shot in his lung and has to replace has to have a lung replaced, and we find out he's doing drugs. And can I fight during the review? And she says if we hook him off, he's going to die, and basically he's and she is asked his brother, "Do you want the good news or the bad news?" And he says, "Let's start with the good news. There isn't any." And we see also who's also living in hotel, the comedian from Always Sunny in Philadelphia with a beard, and which is also the short guy from the two horrible bosses that was getting hit on by Jennifer Aniston and a hot chick. And we see Jodie Foster, the nurse, runs across the rooms in the movie, listening to music with her nurse kid in the movie, and David Bautista plays the what is it called? He's that helps the nurse. Not was he a surgeon? Not a nurse.
Nurse's aide.
Huh?
Nurse's aide or healthcare professional.
Yeah, he's a healthcare professional, but that means he can also. But that goes both ways. He says. He says that twice in the film. He says he's a healthcare professional, but that goes both ways. Meaning so he says to one of this guy who has to get escorted out of Hotel Artemis, and says if you ever breathe a word to about Hotel Artemis, he will kill him. And Jodie Foster runs in, sees the Russian actually smoking and laying the cigarette out with her hand, and she says, "You're going to up there something about making a wisecrack joke about her hand coming off, right, Dad?" Mm-hmm. Yeah, and increases it disinfects and increases the nanites that's helping with a hand hold together, and increasing the nanites on the this other guy that had his face half gone, and increasingly and he's being incredibly but sarcastically rude about it to the nurses. And then when she asks her, "How you feeling?" And anyway, Batista has to set the power to go. Also, when he's outside, he has to set the power to light up the sign for Hotel Artemis, and he gets that done, and he asks, her, why doesn't she doesn't have you? What about the anxiety tapes I got for you? Don't they help? And she says, "Can't do it. Just do it. You can use the exercise fat." So, and he says, "I'm not fat." And okay. After that's done, Batista comes in the nurse's room. Then the nurse sees he has a call from after the nurse gets a call from this guy that works for this big bag criminal called Wolf. Is it?
Yeah, something.
Crime Wolf? White Wolf? Red Wolf?
Wolf Black?
Black Wolf?
Maybe.
King Wolf. Do I have that right? Are you looking it up? Can you look faster? Anyway, I guess.
Wolf King.
I was right, Wolf King. Dad, I was right. Wolf King gets the call for Wolf King's son, and gets news and says he wants one of the people in the hotel, and says this guy always comes to you for hotel, which is the guy and his brother that got shot. They want. And his brother stole a Wolf King pen that has 6 yellow diamonds in it. It finds out after, this Russian hot chick and this other guy play asshole with each other, and the brother getting coffee goes to break up and actually tries. It says to basically says yes. It's basically, and he thinks that this guy thinks that that's his and this other guy thinks that's his girlfriend, and he laughs, and the girl and him laugh at that and says she could kill you if it was that coffee cup. And she breaks the coffee cup and throws a piece of the coffee cup past his neck. And it says smuggle. It says you go out of the summer house. It has rules. So anyway, suddenly with this female cop is mortally wounded and gets the help, and the nurse and goes out to help the cop because she thinks she knows her. She knows her and wants to help her, and is not to, and breaks the rules, and the police aim at her, and Batista saves the nurse's ass by taking out all the cops. All three of them. And they bring her in, do surgery on her. And after that, this cop actually mentions you saw about Ben, I think, right? Billy? Ben? I think it's Ben. Right?
I think so.
Yeah, it's Ben. And, and Ben says she's all about money, and she has a flashback of a little flashback of a kid running, and flashback of needle in the water, and she goes out to listen to she goes away and listens to music, really really sad music, and we see this tall kid in his teenager years on the floor on the beach with in front of the water, and so as she flashbacks, and so we meet Ben, and next thing you know, after the Wolf King's sailing the doors, so no one can get in the front doors, not the back doors, because the back doors, she went outside the back doors to get the cop and fix her up, and which she knew her as a kid, and anyway, Wolf King shows up, played by what's that guy's name? The actor? What's the actor's name? The Wolf King. The guy played by Jeff Goldblum. And he is in serious need of medical attention. So, everyone else can't put their guns away, so they stay outside this cage where they're not allowed inside the hospital. So, the Wolf King rides on this wheelchair where she operates on him, and he mentions Ben's name, and she used 30 dose of keep on using 30 dose of, what's it called? What did she use 30 dose on him?
I don't remember. That wasn't the elephant tranquilizer, was it?
No.
Okay.
Think before you talk.
I don't remember what it was.
Didn't never say anything. I said, don't say anything. Don't look up and just not look. And use the 30 dose of sedating him and make him tell the truth, while the cop says goodbye to her and says that nothing was her fault, and asks if she has kids. She says yes, and then she says, "You know how it is." And and so she says goodbye to her, and she gets him talking more, and finds out that he killed her son, and because he stole the Wolf King's car, and then the power goes out because of the Russian girl set a bomb for the power to go out, so she could kill the Wolf King and get the job done. And she gets the job done, but when the power goes out, the brother was ex with this guy, so his brother dies and goes after her and goes to shoot her, but doesn't, because he doesn't believe it's really her fault that the brother died. So, the other guy goes to fire the guy and fights the guy behind his back and goes to try to kill the girl, and the brother gets up and kills the guy brutally, and then the nurse comes in. Dad, can you stay? Okay. You don't want to stay for the rest? You want to go in my bathroom?
I can't make it that far.
It's not that far.
Why not? I can't walk it.
It'll take one for Leah to open the door.
I can't walk.
So the nurse comes in and they all decide to evacuate Hotel Artemis. Batista and the Russian girl holds them off and kicks ass of the Wolf King's son and the Wolf King's henchmen, while the brother and the nurse escape to the streets, and brother escapes. The nurse decides to stay behind and listens to music, and she either leaves or goes back to Hotel Artemis. I couldn't tell by this black flash that was almost after the credits. Very stupid idea! Anyway, that's my review on Hotel Artemis.